Hi, welcome to Roy's Wood Products. I would like to take a moment to go over how to measure for your doors. The first thing I want to make sure is clear is that we only accept actual door and drawer front sizes. We do not accept opening sizes. So please be sure that when you're placing your order that you place actual door sizes. Also, we need to make sure that you consider the type of hardware that's going to be used. We use, as a standard, a 1/2 inch overlay concealed hinge. And when using that hinge, you would add 1 inch to the width and 1 inch to the height of your opening. So in this case that we have here, where we've got a 13¼ inch wide opening, you would add an inch, that would be 14¼ inch. And then here we have a 28½ inch high opening, and so in that case you would add an inch, would be 29½. So this order size would be 14¼ by 29½. When you have multiple doors in a row, you need to consider height differences. If you're doing a remodel or you're refacing an old job, if you've got varying opening heights, you can adjust your height. You cannot adjust your width, but you can adjust your height to compensate for those differences so that you would have an average height and the doors would line up. Also, you need to consider styles. Once you get to certain narrow doors, arch doors, and miter doors and other certain doors cannot be used at small widths. So please verify that you can use the style door you want and the width of your application. Generally, when doors start to get more narrow than 12 inches, it's important to start making these considerations. When you're ordering an arch door, it's important to indicate how it's going to be hinged, whether it's right or left. If you're facing the door and the hinges are on the right, that's considered a right-hand door hinge. And if you're facing it on the left, that's considered left. So please indicate that when placing your order. Now we're going to discuss how to measure for drawer fronts. We will start by determining whether or not we have appropriate clearance. We need to consider what's around this drawer front. If there's an adjacent drawer front, how much room do I have? If there's an appliance that might be adjacent to that opening, how much room do I have there? Also, the doors and drawer fronts that may be above or below that opening, am I going to have enough room based on the size that I'm ordering? After those considerations are made, our standard is to measure the width and add an inch. In this case, we have 15¼ we would add an inch for 16¼ and then we would measure the height. In this case, we have 4½, and we would add an inch to 5½. That's appropriate so long as there's appropriate clearance around that size door front. Another thing that you want to consider is alignment. Is my drawer front at the dimensions that I'm ordering going to be aligned with the door or drawer front that is above or below it? The style of drawer front is important as well, because certain style drawer fronts, particularly mitered and 5-piece coated stick, have limitations surrounding height. If your height is not 6 inches or more, you may not be able to use that style of drawer front. So please consider that before starting this project. Thank you. If you have any further questions, you can go to www.royswoodproducts.com to download our catalog. Again, remember, when placing your door order, only submit actual door measurements and actual door front measurements. Thank you.